A simple blazer, an ordinary bag, and that thing in her hand. When new CEO Anya Cole was mistaken for a cleaner and handed a mop on her first day, she just smiled. That smile was about to change the future of 1,000 employees. What happened next? The morning sun streams into the minimalist lobby of Helios Tech, bouncing off the glass walls. The daily rush is in full swing. Young, energetic employees are flooding in, armed with laptops and coffee cups. The elevator doors open silently. No one notices the woman who steps out. She's wearing a simple navy blazer and beige pants. On her feet, comfortable white sneakers. No one expected her. Anya Cole, one of the most brilliant tech entrepreneurs of the last decade and the new CEO of Helios Tech, looked just like any other employee on her first day. A few feet away, social media manager Taylor Miller is setting up his live stream. He's on his phone, bantering with his followers. "Good morning, everyone. Want the latest office gossip? Everyone's talking about the new CEO, but no one knows what they look like." Taylor spots Anya walking past. A smirk plays on his face. "If you ask me, the new CEO's gonna be a tough one," he says. Anya pretends not to hear. As she walks through the main lobby, a cleaning crew member leaves a mop and bucket set right in front of her. "Here you go. This is for you," he says. Anya stops, confused. I work here," she replies. The cleaner waves his hand dismissively. Yeah, I know. There's a big meeting this afternoon in room 17. It needs to be spotless." Laura, a young woman standing nearby who was also on Taylor's live stream, whispers, "What if you told your new boss on their first day you're only here to clean?" Anya looks at Laura. There's more nervous comedy than genuine malice in Laura's expression. Anya's lips curl into a slight smile. It's a smile filled with indescribable irony. "Of course," she says, "I'll get right on it." As she takes the mop, her every move is broadcast live on Taylor's stream. When she enters the conference room, the chatter inside dies instantly. Anya walks in with the mop. A manager, Mr. Peterson, stands up. "Ma'am, you're not allowed in here," he says. "It needs to be cleaned for the meeting," Anya replies. Peterson scrunches up his face. "Just that? This room is being prepared for the CEO meeting at 1 p.m. Anya puts the mop aside. She looks out the window. Her expression is unreadable. It's lunchtime, and the cafeteria is packed. Anya sits alone in a corner with a sandwich and a bottle of water. Near her table, a group of employees is gossiping about her. "Did you see the video this morning? The new girl. I bet she's getting fired," one says. "Mopped up on your first day? That's just brutal," adds another. "I think the CEO is a bit too harsh," a third employee whispers. "Firing someone on their first day over a simple misunderstanding." Anya hears their conversation, but remains unfazed. Later that afternoon, Anya is walking down the hall, carrying a bag, a calm expression on her face. Taylor's live stream is still running. He's telling his followers, "Stay tuned for more office gossip. I'm about to drop a major scoop about the new CEO." Anya walks past the reception desk. A manager, Miss Davis, approaches her. "Hi," she says. "If I remember correctly, you started here today as a new intern?" Anya smiles. "It seems so," she replies. Miss Davis makes a gesture towards the CEO's office. "If you'd like to meet the new boss, come to the CEO's office," she says. "But first, I have a few questions for you." Anya accepts the offer. She follows Miss Davis to her office. Taylor secretly follows, keeping his live stream going. A look of curiosity is on his face. "Look, something's going on with this woman," he whispers. "She must have found out something about the CEO." Inside the office, Miss Davis asks Anya a few questions. "What projects have you worked on? Where did you go to university?" Anya answers simply, but each answer holds a depth that exceeds Miss Davis's expectations. Miss Davis is surprised by Anya's answers, yet she still sees her as just an intern. "Okay, I think that's enough," she says. "I'll write up a report and submit it to the CEO." Anya gets up from her chair. Her face shows neither satisfaction nor disappointment, just an unnerving calm. Miss Davis is taken aback by her expression. "Hey, why are you so calm?" she asks. "Aren't you worried about your future here?" Anya stops just before the door. "I am," she says, "but I know that the future can't be determined by a single report." At 1 p.m., the conference room door opens again. Inside, managers are seated around the table, waiting in nervous anticipation. Taylor has not ended his live stream. On the contrary, 40,000 people are now watching him. "And here comes the CEO," he whispers. The door opens, but the person who enters is not the one they expected. It's the young man who gave the mop to Taylor. "Show some respect for the CEO," he says. "You're about to meet the person who will bring great wealth to this company." Taylor's voice begins to tremble. "The CEO who's going to bankrupt our company?" he asks. A smile spreads across the young man's face, a smile that is broadcast to the entire world. "No, in fact, you're about to see that the new CEO is very different from what you thought." Anya puts the mop aside and turns to face the managers. "I believe there's been a misunderstanding," she says. Taylor continues his live stream, his voice shaking. She must be with the CEO." Taylor's voice is cut off by a low chuckle from inside the conference room. In Anya's hand, instead of a mop, is a business card that shows her identity as the new CEO. Taylor's live stream is flooded with comments. "No, it can't be! Is this a joke? Our company is doomed!" Taylor's camera angle focuses on Anya's business card. CEO, Anya Cole. Anya walks into her office and calls all the managers inside. Taylor has ended his live stream and is now standing in front of Anya, crimson with embarrassment. I had no idea," he stammers. Anya cuts him off. "No one did," she says. "But there's something else you don't know. I'm not just a manager. I am the future of this company." Anya opens a tablet on her desk. The screen shows Helios Tech's stock price, which has been plummeting in the last few minutes. Taylor's live stream has already begun to damage the company's image. "This is just the beginning," Anya says. "Every comment, every photo shared, it will all tarnish this company's reputation." Anya turns to Taylor, her voice calm. "Show me the comments from your live stream and where they came from. Every single one." Taylor hands over his phone with trembling hands. Anya takes the phone and reads every comment, one by one. The comments reveal the employees' prejudices and their cruelty. "Now we have to write the next chapter of this story," Anya says. "But this time, everyone needs to know one thing: how a misunderstanding can ruin a company's reputation and lead to millions of dollars in losses." Anya turns to Taylor, her voice calm. "Show me the comments from your live stream and where they came from. Every single one." Taylor hands over his phone with trembling hands. Anya takes the phone and reads every comment, one by one. The comments reveal the employees' prejudices and their cruelty. "Now, we have to write the next chapter of this story," Anya says. "But this time, everyone needs to know one thing: how a misunderstanding can ruin a company's reputation and lead to millions of dollars in losses." Anya turns to Taylor, her voice calm. "Show me the comments from your live stream and where they came from. Every single one." Taylor hands over his phone with trembling hands. Anya takes the phone and reads every comment, one by one. The comments reveal the employees' prejudices and their cruelty. "Now, we have to write the next chapter of this story," Anya says. "But this time, everyone needs to know one thing: how a misunderstanding can ruin a company's reputation and lead to millions of dollars in losses." Anya leans against her desk, calm and confident. Across from her, a humiliated Taylor and a pale Miss Davis stand. The cleaner who gave her the mop has also been called in. He understands the gravity of the situation. I'm so sorry, Miss Cole," Taylor whispers. "I was just trying to create content." Anya's gaze hardens. Content? In that moment, you created content that judged a person's worth based on the mop in their hand. That content cost this company more than its stock value. I gave you a task with that mop. I gave you a mindset that needed to be cleaned. But you stained the company's reputation with that mop. Taylor bows his head, his eyes filled with tears. Do whatever you want. Fire me. Anya takes a deep breath. Firing you is easy. What's difficult is rebuilding. You need to understand that this incident, which has shaken Helios Tech to its core, won't just end with your careers. This must be a lesson. Anya turns to the large screen in her office. The screen shows the live stream's stats. The viewer count has reached 100,000. Media outlets and financial analysts are sharing screenshots and comments from the live stream. Look, Anya says, today you showed how dirty this company is. But now it's time to clean up that mess. This isn't revenge, this is an opportunity. Later that evening, Anya meets with the board members. They have watched the live stream and the social media aftermath. They are all in a state of shock. Anya says, "Friends, today we faced a crisis, but this crisis is an opportunity." One of the board members says, "Anya, this isn't a crisis management strategy. This looks like a revenge plan." Anya shakes her head. "No, this isn't revenge. This is the beginning of a new corporate culture. Because of this incident, I am demanding that all our employees receive bias-free training. All new hires will undergo a bias test, and most importantly, an ethics committee will be established." Scene, the final scene. A few months pass. Helios Tech's stock price returns to its former level. In fact, the company's reputation grows so much that its stock price soars. Taylor, every morning, releases a new video on his live stream. These videos are part of a series called Helios Stories. In these videos, Taylor talks about the mistake he made, the lessons he learned, and how he has changed. People are amazed by Taylor's honesty and sincerity. One morning, Anya is sitting in her office watching Taylor's new video. This time, Taylor is holding a mop next to an employee. "Look," Taylor says, "this mop will remind you to ask for a person's story before you judge them." Anya watches Taylor's video and smiles. This time, her smile is not a symbol of revenge, but of change. Remember, some stories begin with a simple misunderstanding. But these stories are not about revenge, they are about change. These stories can change the destiny of a company and even a society. This is the story of how a company changed. And most importantly, this is a story that teaches you to be part of the solution, not the problem.